Welcome to my channel. I'm Jess, and this is Canyon Oracle, a place where we use divination tools like tarot and oracle cards to inspire healing and transformation in the lives of truth seekers just like you. Today we're going to be answering the question, what's his deepest desire? But before we do that, I have to remind you, you are the architect of your own life, and you always know what's best for you and what's true for you. So if you choose a pile and you discover that it doesn't really resonate with your story at all, please don't ever try to make it fit. Just move on to another group, or you can move on to another pick a card video entirely. There's so many great ones out there that I've actually really loved watching myself. And a big reason why I love watching pick a card videos is because it invites the viewer to use their own intuition and use their own internal guidance system. And if that's something that interests you and you'd like to explore that a little further, I've actually created a really powerful meditation that can support you in doing just that. And it's called Inward Journey. You can find that free meditation at canyonoracle.com/YT. That link is also in the description box below. Also in the description box, you'll find more info about the cards that I'm using and a link about the work that I do. I do private one-on-one live intuitive coaching sessions where I use divination tools like tarot and oracle cards to really discover what is blocking you, and also some insight and inspiration about how to move you toward the life that you truly desire. I have a great discount in those sessions right now. If there's anything else, any questions that you have that you don't see the answer in the description box below, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I promise I will get back to you. Okay, so without further ado, we have 4 groups to choose from today. We have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Okay, I just invite you to take a moment and really ground yourself in your body. Feel your feet on the ground. Relax your belly, feel your breath. Drop all the way down. Hold your person in your mind's eye and ask yourself the question, what's his deepest desire? And then choose a pile that most resonates with you. And I'll see you on the other side. Hi, group 1. Welcome to your reading. Okay, we're going to be using a variety of different cards today. Some non-traditional tarot cards, some oracle cards, some romance angels. We'll look at each card one by one, and then we'll really see the story that wants to be told. Okay, so the question is, what's his deepest desire? Also, I'm going to be using he, but I invite you to use whatever pronoun is appropriate for your person. So he or she or they or whatever works for you. Okay. So the first card that we have is the 6 of crystals, and in this deck, it's confusion. And the crystals are the swords, so this is the 6 of swords if you follow tarot. The next card that we have is a major arcana, and it's the High Priestess card. Interesting. The next card that we have is the 10 of Worlds, and in the traditional tarot, it's the 10 of Pentacles, and in this deck, it's Reward. Then we have the Man of Wands, or the Actor card in this deck, and in traditional tarot, it is the King of Pentacles. Then we have the card of Appreciation. Then we have the First Chakra card. That was in the reverse. I actually look at both the light and the shadow aspects of each of the cards and see how they all sort of fit together. Then we have the card of Chemistry. Beautiful. And then we have Simple Acts of Kindness. Okay. So let's see what we're working with here, shall we? The Six of Swords traditionally is about moving from sort of a chaotic mind, really, to more peaceful waters, or conflict to harmony, etc. In this deck, it is a card of confusion. So, and I see here, I really love this deck, by the way. This is like collages, and I always see something new, and I've used these cards so much. But what I'm really noticing here is how that crystal there has sort of a lightning bolt that split it in half. So it feels to me like there has been a lot of mental conflict or confusion in regard to this relationship. My sense is that you are the one that's been confused about this or conflicted about this, and your person has known that about you. Because then we move on to the Priestess, the High Priestess card, and this is really a card about wisdom, secrets, insight, intuition, deep wisdom. Eternal wisdom in a lot of ways. So there's something about moving from confusion to clarity, or a deep knowing of some kind. So it feels like so far your person has been either sensing or very directly experiencing you not choosing them or not being clear about what you want. And now you, I think, are moving into a deeper sense of things, or your person is hoping that you do move into the truth of who this person really is. Because the next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles, and in this deck it's rewards. And this is really like a card about marriage, family, inheritance over time, having the mortgage paid. This is like the happy family with also the material wealth. It's kind of everything in the material realm that we can have. So it feels like this person wants you to know that that's what's possible between you. The sense that I'm getting is that you are the one that hasn't been choosing your person. And they're really hoping that you do that. Then we have the card of the Man of Wands. And this is, I think I said the King of Pentacles, actually. I'm sorry. No. This is the King of Wands. And in this deck, it's actor. It's like I'm very present to the masks that are being worn here. So it feels like someone has been putting on a lot of shows for you. I'm sort of starting to get a story here, but let's just keep going and then I'm going to come back to it. So the next card is a card of appreciation, and you see this woman holding flowers in her hand, and she's in a sea of weeds. And this is a card really about choosing what you have and appreciating what is being given to you, and not focusing on all the things that you don't have, right? Focusing on the gift of the present moment and letting go of all of the other things that you don't have, the lack, the limitations. Then we have the First Chakra card. And this is a card about survival, fears, tribal, ancestral things that are passed down from generation to generation. It feels like fears, like generational fears or limitations of some kind here. Because it was in the reverse. So there's something about you being afraid of your person, it feels like to me. Then we have the card of chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So obviously this person is very attracted to you. Then we have the simple acts of kindness card, and it says kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Okay, here's my sense of what's going on here. That it feels to me like your person is maybe broke or doesn't have a lot of the external material sort of things that we traditionally would want in a partner. Like maybe they're just in a bad place financially right now, and that has been scary to you, and that is what you've been focusing on. And this person has maybe put on a show in some way, and maybe there was some sort of discovery, like you realized that it was kind of a show. Like maybe you thought they had more money or their shit together in some way at the beginning, and as time started to unravel, you started to discover that there really wasn't as much money or success as you initially thought. And it's created a lot of confusion and fear within you. And maybe it's created a lot of conflict in the relationship in some way. Now, I also have to remind you that because this is a general reading, the energies could be flipped. In other words, I could be talking about you and not your person. So you need to sort of to apply it to what feels right to you, if that makes sense. So someone in this relationship has been pretending that they had their shit together more than they actually do, or they had more money or whatever. You get what I'm saying. And the secrets have been revealed in some way. And the truth kind of came out about it. And now there's been a lot of confusion and worry and fear. And my sense is that you probably, if not your person, have not been focusing on the beautiful aspects about the relationship. Maybe it's a super passionate relationship as well. There's a lot of chemistry here between you. And it feels to me very strongly like your person just wants you to focus on that, to really appreciate that there is real chemistry between you, that there are beautiful things there that are being represented that you can see, that you can focus on. And your person just really wants you to focus on those things and to give them just small acts of, this is kindness, but it feels like a graciousness that they desire from you. Like, let's say they brought you, they came to your house one day to take you out to dinner, and they brought you a flower that they picked as they were walking over to your house, right? But maybe it was Valentine's Day and you were expecting a dozen roses, and instead you got a little daisy that they picked on the way to your house. And instead of being grateful for the fact that you get to spend Valentine's Day, let's say, with someone that you love and you got a flower, you're focusing on that you didn't get the dozen roses. Now, I am not judging this at all. And maybe the roses are what's important to you, but we are looking at what your person really deeply desires. And in my estimation, your person really deeply desires that you love that daisy. If you can't love that daisy as opposed to the dozen roses, obviously I'm speaking in metaphor here, then this is not your person, right? I feel like there's a lot of potential, though, for this person to become successful. It feels like this person is quite a go-getter. I mean, the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. They are passionate and driven, but they may not just be there yet. Now, if you are younger, like in your 20s and even 30s, like you have to realize that it takes time to build wealth and real stability in life. Also, we live in a material world that is ever changing. So not to be a bummer, but even if somebody has a lot of money, it doesn't mean they can't all lose it tomorrow, right? I mean, we've been taught to feel like this false sense of safety when we have money in the bank or we have a house or whatever. And the reality is, like, look at the crazy world that we're living in today. Like, things can change on a dime. Millions of people are now without their jobs. So what is the thing that really matters the most in relationship? Is it money and illusory sort of stability, financial stability, material stability? Or is it chemistry and passion and kindness and connection? And it feels like this person does give you small acts of kindness. And maybe what you're going through right now on a soul level is you're being asked to reevaluate what's really important to you. And maybe that's what this person is here to teach you in some way. I'm not suggesting that you choose the guy who's broke who gives you a daisy if that doesn't feel right for you at all. And maybe what you're discovering right now is that you've dated that kind of person in the past and now you realize that's not going to work for you anymore, and it actually really is important for you to have someone who's more financially successful. And that's okay too. You have to honor your own deepest desires yourself, right? But my feeling is that there is a lot of potential in this relationship. There's a lot of potential within your person, and they deeply desire to be with you. We wouldn't have these, the 10 of Pentacles here if they didn't see real potential in you. And there's hope. There's real hope in this relationship. Like, I'm seeing rainbows here. Like, this is just a beautiful card, this 10 of Pentacles, and it is interesting because it isn't the 10 of Cups, which would be a card about just emotional fulfillment. This is a card about material fulfillment as well. Now, but I'm still getting the sense that your person doesn't have a whole lot of material stability right now, and that's what's been tripping you up. But because we got this card of the 10 of Pentacles, it feels like all we have to do is sort of give it more time and they will have more material stability and wealth, because everything sort of works in polarity. So oftentimes the person that is most victimized in life is the same person that becomes the most victorious, because that is their lesson and that is the line that they move through in their life. That's the archetype. That's the archetypal sort of journey that they go through. So a lot of times the people that are the most sort of financially down and out become the most successful. They have the biggest success stories in life. So we can't now... Also, I have to be cautious in saying we don't want to choose someone for their potential, because the truth is you don't know if this person is ever going to be anything that they're not right now. And you really want to, if you choose this person, to really just appreciate the flower that they have to give you today. But they may have more in the future. My sense is that they probably will. But if you can't appreciate the little daisy that they have to offer you today, then it's not your person. But because we got the 6 of Swords, it feels like there is a movement happening here from confusion to clarity, from chaos to harmony. There is a shift that's happening here. And it might also just be that you're also experiencing a lot of financial issues right now, like many of us are in the current state of the world today. It is chaotic out there, right? And again, the world is always going to change. The outer material world is constantly shifting, constantly changing. I'm sure you've known in your own life, like people who've had a lot of money and then none at all, and a lot of money and none at all. So you have to remember could be your story as well. Tomorrow you could have some great idea and become wildly successful, and it won't even matter how much money your partner has or doesn't have, or vice versa. But the lesson here really feels strongly to me like it's about appreciating the simple things for both of you. And it feels like that's really what your person wants. Your person wants just simple acts of kindness, loving connection, great sex, real intimacy, and a feeling of safety that you can have right now with each other, despite what's going on in the world. That is something that you can cultivate within you that you share with the other person. And that can happen no matter what your external circumstances are. But because we got the High Priestess card, my sense is that you know that as well. My sense is that you are a very intuitive person with a lot of great wisdom. And this is what your person loves about you. And maybe that's been a part of the conflict for both of you, because your person knows that is who you are, and they've been confused about why you haven't really connected to the deepest part of them. Maybe there has been sort of some superficial stuff going on, which again is totally fair, and we all go through that, but you do have access to this real wisdom. It doesn't matter what I'm saying in this reading. You know if this is a kind person, if this is a good person, if this is someone that you really want to give your energy to. Now, it's interesting because you have chosen to watch a video on what their deepest desires are. So you're wondering about how they feel about you. Well, my sense is that they really desire you. They really want you. But there might be some conflict because they are not feeling totally appreciated. So they want the true you. They want the heart of you. They want the soul of you. But they don't want to feel like they're not enough, or that you can't see the flower that they have to offer as the true gift that it really is. So, after you sort of search your soul about it and really uncover if you truly desire this person, then maybe just a small shift in appreciating the simple things could really inspire them to change their behavior and really maybe express more of how they're really feeling for you, It feels like you have both a lot to give to one another. I keep seeing like he's offering her that here. She's offering just small pieces of food to the animals. It's like real fulfillment doesn't come from large acts. Often it just comes moment by moment by moment with small acts of kindness, small acts of grace and generosity and love and connection. And over time, that builds the foundation for bigger things. But right now, your person truly wants you to focus on the small things that they have to give. And if you can, and if you choose to do that, I imagine you'll see so much more in this person that you've never seen before. Okay, group 1, that was your reading. I hope that it brought you some insight and some clarity. I would love to hear what it was like for you in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, I would love a thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be offering pick a card readings every Sunday, so maybe there's other ones that may resonate with you as well. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I really appreciate it. I send you so much love and light. And until next time, be well. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. Okay, we're going to be using a variety of different cards today. Some non-traditional tarot cards, some oracle cards. We're going to look at each card one by one and then really see the sort of larger story that wants to be told. So the first card that we have for you is the Sun card. Great card to start with, I'll tell you that. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands, and in this deck it's oppression. The next card that we have is the Woman of Crystals, and this is the Queen of Swords in traditional tarot, and in this deck it's the Guardian. Then we have the Hermit card. Interesting. Then we have the card of Walking Away, and it was in reverse. Interesting. Then we have the Community card. Then we have It is safe for you to love. And then we have Be authentic. Be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Okay. Okay, so it's really interesting, these sort of juxtaposing energy that I'm getting here from this reading, which is like this expansive, totally out in plain sight, right? Like the Sun card is like, there are no more secrets, there's nothing hidden, everything is revealed, everything is open and expansive, and it's like the beginning of projects and love and all sorts of things. And I see a couple on this card. You see this couple here walking down the beach in the sunshine. It's just like peace and harmony and fulfillment under the light of a beautiful sunny day. Then we have the card of, in this deck it's oppression, the Five of Wands, which is like sometimes sort of like a banter energy. It can be sort of a playful energy, but it is like arguing, and it can be sometimes sort of like an internal arguing or internal conflict. But I can't ignore the fact that I did choose this deck for a reason, and it is the card of oppression. And I'm noticing this woman up here in the corner. I don't know if you can see that, but she's got rope covering her mouth. So it feels like you have been holding back in many ways. And your person really wants you to just come out of the closet, so to speak. They want you to come out into the world. They want you to come out into the light of day and be with them. Maybe there's something like, maybe you have been, because we also have the Hermit card. It's like, maybe you guys have not kind of come out to the public about your relationship yet. Now, I have to remind you that because this is a general reading, the energies can be reversed. So I'm talking about your person and what they want from you, but it could be that this is what you want from your person. So just remember that and just apply it to how it feels right for you. So it does feel like it's like these two energies we have, like the Hermit card, which is about being inside really and going within in many ways and finding the wisdom within yourself. And then we have the Sun card, which is like this external illumination and coming out into the light of day. So it feels like there is something that is like been held back or hidden or oppressed, suppressed in some way. Something has not been revealed about your relationship. My sense is that you haven't wanted to maybe introduce this person to your friends or your family, or maybe one or both of you are coming out of another relationship and you don't really want to come out into the public about it. But this person really wants to be able to finally do that, like to The community card, again, this is in a lot of ways like the Three of Cups. It's like celebrating with people, parties and celebrations. And maybe you guys have been inside because of this whole coronavirus thing, and you haven't been able to sort of like come out into the world. And maybe you're hanging out at home a lot, or you have like not sort of taken it to the next level in some way. It's like an up leveling that they want, or an expression of some kind that they want. They want to feel the warmth of your love in some way. Because we also have this walking away card in reverse. It's like, you see how she's walking through a gate? It's like, again, it feels like there's something about you've been holding yourself back, and they just want you to expand and come towards them and, finally commit to them, or say yes to them, or, meet their family that they've been asking you to do. Like, they desire you for sure. Be authentic. Like, they want you to be your real self. Like, there's something about you that has been hidden, oppressed, not truly expressed in some way, and they want to see all of you. The Woman of Crystals is the Queen of Swords, and she can be a tough pistol, this broad, sometimes. She can be like very determined and very clear about what she wants and what she needs. And she can also be kind of, harsh sometimes. And she can be also emotionally closed down sometimes. And the top of the card says Guardian. So it feels like you have been guarding your heart in some way, and this person really wants you to open up to them. That is a very clear message here. Like, they want you to come out into the light of day, leave the safety of your garden, leave the safety of your home, or whatever it is that's been keeping you oppressed in some way. Maybe your background, maybe your fears, but you haven't been totally self-expressed and totally yourself with them. And they want you to just open up and be yourself. Because there has been this guarding energy, this like, it feels like there's kind of like a piece of glass in front of you, and they can see you, but they can't feel your warmth. It's like, it's definitely hidden in some way. You also got the card of it's safe for you to love. So again, it's like, if you've been feeling like you can't fully open up to this person, your higher self, your cards, whomever you believe is speaking to you through this reading right now, is saying to you, it is safe for you to love. So for whatever your reasoning is for holding yourself back in some way, maybe it was appropriate in the beginning, and now it's time for you to open up, to fully shine your light, and to really be yourself, and to come out into the world, and to really love this person, to let yourself experience love with this person in front of other people, in front of the world, in front of your family. It feels kind of like you've been holding back maybe from your other friends or your family or something. Maybe you've been ashamed of this person in some way, or a bit embarrassed because you guys, maybe this person was like your best girlfriend's ex-boyfriend or something like that, that has made you been like, nah, we don't want to tell other people about it, something like that. And they're like, okay, enough is enough. I need you to come out into the world and tell everyone that you're into me and I'm into you, and let's take this relationship, make it visible, let's come out and let's tell everybody. Yeah, see, this card says be real and true to who you are and how you feel. So it's interesting because you're watching this reading because you want to know what your person's deepest desires are. But it feels to me like the question that you may want to start to ask is, what are your deepest desires, and why haven't those desires been expressed? You know, a lot of times in love relationships, we mirror one another. So if you've been feeling like your person has been holding back in some way, I imagine you've also been holding back too in some way, right? I mean, obviously that's what I keep saying, I'm seeing in this reading, but again, it can be flipped and it can be mirrored. It can be both of you. It can be like you're both waiting for the other person to come out of the closet. Right? Maybe you're both waiting for the other guy to go forward first, to express themselves first, to love first, to jump first. But somebody has to go. Someone has to go. And the reality is, if you're mirroring each other, the moment you open up your heart, the moment you fully let your heart express itself, your person will feel safe to do the same thing. Right? So the reality is, you never have control over another person. Everyone has free will. They all have their own life experience, and we're all doing the best that we can, right? So no amount of hoping and praying and wishing will cause another person to behave the way that you want them to. They're going to behave however they want, right? We all know that. We all hope that things will change though, right? I mean, I've definitely been guilty of that myself a million times, where I'm like, if they would just do this, then I'll be able to do this, right? Well, if he just expresses his love first, then I'll be able to feel safe, and then I'll be able to relax, and then I'll be able to open up, and then I'll be able to be myself. But they have to go first. Well, you can wait for that, but what if you have to wait forever? And what if in waiting forever, you miss an opportunity for love? The truth is, we don't have that many opportunities for love, real love in life. I mean, that's been my experience. I know we all have our own experience, and yes, we live in an abundant universe and we're always given more opportunities. Absolutely. You know, life is always flowing through us, right? However, real connection is rare. It's rare. No matter how you slice it, it's rare. So if you feel like you have a real connection with someone, I really invite you to allow yourself to open up and go first. Express your love first. Express your heart first. Be who you truly are. And let the chips fall where they may. And the truth is that if it doesn't work out with this person, you will be that much stronger and more capable of real love the next time it comes around. Because love asks a lot from us, you know? Love asks us to be brave, to be strong, to be willing to have our hearts broken. That's the truth that nobody ever talks about, right? It's like we all want it to just like fit into a nice little box with a little bow on it and be like a movie. But life is not like a movie, and things are not usually that simple and easy and safe. We have to be brave. We have to be strong in the face of our fears. And, you know, love is not for the timid. It's really not. You have to be courageous if you want to step into love, because you are at the same time opening yourself up to be heartbroken. You just are. But it is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Right? And so the cards are asking you to take off the bondage, take off the protection mechanisms. It is safe for you to love. It's okay to open up. And maybe your person is deeply desiring for you to go first because they can't. They can't. Maybe you're the brave one here and you haven't given yourself credit for that. And maybe on a soul level, that's what this is about for you, is about you discovering how truly courageous you are, how capable you are of giving all of that love that you have to give. My sense is that you are a hugely loving person, that you have a really, really big heart, and that is why you have wanted and needed to guard it, because life has probably been unkind to you in many ways, and it's caused you to close yourself down and to hide your light for fear that someone will steal it or break your heart or disappoint you. And I want you to know that you are way stronger than you think you are, and you will survive another heartbreak. You will survive another disappointment. You are an emanation of God. You cannot be destroyed from a heartbreak. No. You are the sun. You will continue to shine. And you have so much love to give. What a shame if you didn't allow yourself to continue to share that love with the world. Okay, so someone doesn't reciprocate in the way that you want them to. Someone else will. Absolutely, someone else will. But you have to be brave and take a risk and come out of your hermit mode, come out into the light of day, and shine your heart light on the people in your life. And life has brought you this person for a reason. So you might as well start living your life, maybe in a way that you haven't in a really long time, because it is safe for you to love. And you know, this is also a card about angels and guides, spirit guides. And my sense is that your angels and your guides are with you, and they want you to know that it's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to open your heart. It's safe for you to stop guarding your heart, open it up, and fully embrace this person. Again, you know if that's true or right for you. I don't ever want you to act out of that's incongruent, like with your higher self, right? So if you're listening to this and something inside of you is like, feels like a red flag, or, you know, you feel your heart constricting even further, go into that feeling and ask the deeper questions. Is this coming from fear, really, because this person could harm me? Or is this coming from a deeper fear that I have of life itself, of love, you know, not being a real possibility? And you want to examine those belief systems and go deeper into those belief systems that may be holding you back from experiencing true love in your life right now. And maybe it's time that you heal those core beliefs that maybe you inherited from your family line. You know, maybe they're not even yours. But if you feel resonance with this person and you feel a connection with this person and you sense that what I'm saying might be true, that they just want you to open up more and you haven't been able to, then I really invite you to do whatever work you feel called to do to start to walk into that more open space, that open-hearted space where you can give and receive love more freely, because it is safe for you. And it's time for you to be real and true to who you are and how you feel. So the next question is not what their deepest desire is. The real question here is, what's your deepest desire? And how can you best honor your deepest desire? And that will lead you to true love. Okay, group 2, that was your reading. I hope that it brought you some insight and some clarity. If you liked the reading, I would love a thumbs up. It would make such a difference for me. Also, leave me a comment below if it resonated with you. I would love to hear what it was like. Maybe even subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing pick a card readings every Sunday, so there may be other ones that resonate with you as well. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. I send you so much love and so much light. And until next time, be well. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. Okay, we're going to be using a variety of different cards today. Some non-traditional tarot cards, some oracle cards, romance angels. We'll look at each card and then we'll really see the larger story that wants to be told. Okay, so what's their deepest desire? The first card that we have is the Man of Worlds, and in this deck it's Achiever. In traditional tarot, this is the King of Pentacles. Then we have the Six of Worlds, the Synergy card, and this is the Six of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. Then we have the Ace of Worlds. Wow, a lot of pentacles here, and this is the card of success. This is the Ace of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. Then we have the Woman of Wands, the Censor card, and then in the traditional tarot, it's the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Healer of the Ages card, and that is in the reverse. Again, I look at both the light and the shadow aspects of each of the cards. In other words, I don't get stuck to whether or not a card is in reverse or if it's upright. I really kind of look at how they all play out together. Then we got the card of Envy. Then we got the Retreat card. And then we got the I love you card. I love you. It says, these are powerful words. Okay, right off the bat, what I'm getting here is that your person wants to give you the world. My sense is, now I'm going to be using he mostly, but really just use whatever pronoun is appropriate for your person. So your person might be a he or a she or they. Please use whatever works for you. Also, this is a general reading, so the energies may be reversed or mirrored. In other words, I'm going to be speaking about what your person wants, but maybe this is really what you want. So you need to sort of just apply it to whatever works for your story. My sense is that your person is a very traditional guy, and he really wants to take care of you. And yeah, these are all, literally you got all pentacles except for the Woman of Wands, which feels like you to me, like how he sees you, or she, again, sees you. But all of these pentacle cards, it's like, it's all the earthly realm. It's all money. It also can be like around health, because we did get the Healer of the Ages card. My sense is that your person sees you as, this is the Woman of Wands, the Queen of Wands. This is like a magnetic, dynamic, creative, fiery, incredible woman. And I really feel like your person sees you this way. Like you are just so exciting for them. And maybe they're like really more kind of, you know, the Man of Worlds. This is the King of Pentacles. This guy can be, you know, compared to the other kings, he can kind of be boring, let's say, right? But he's also the archetypal father, partner, businessman. This man is grounded. This man knows how to plan for things and provide for things in the material realm. The material realm is very important for this man, it feels like to me, and it feels like you are more sort of spiritual and creative, and you know, you're sort of in the upper chakras and he's sort of in the lower ones, and he wants to win with you. He wants to provide things for you. I mean, success, achiever, synergy, like he wants to give you things. And it feels to me like he feels like you could heal him in some way, like this fiery, passionate, creative energy that you have is very healing for this person. And they know it. And there's like something that they want to retreat. It feels like they want to sort of like take you in a way. And not like, I mean, it could be that they want to possess you. You know, it could be that in a way. And maybe that's kind of a part of it. You know, and you're not easily possessed. You're not easily sort of locked down, tied down. And they definitely want to like take you into their lair in a way. You know, this is the envy card, and this is a card about like this woman. You see her, she's in a castle and she's got all these jewels and stuff in her hand, but she's looking out the window and she sees all this gold. And really the only difference is lighting. She already has everything that she could ever need. But instead, she's coveting someone else's thing. So it feels like, my sense is your person feels like their life is gray and dull without you. And that you, this fiery woman of wands, could give them all this gold, all this light, all of this passion and desire and joie de vivre, you know, like a real joy of the experience of life. And this is what they want from you. They want you to give them the gold that they've never really had by the material realm. You know, maybe they've always pursued things in the material realm, like, and they always thought that that would bring them happiness. And then they met you, and then they were like, oh, wait a minute. Real happiness is that woman right there. Real happiness is my woman of wands, and that's what I really want. And there is something about, though, this retreat energy and her in this castle, like, it does feel like they want to kind of like take you away from something, take you away from your life. And you'll know if it's sort of like in a possessive, maybe too possessive kind of energy for you, or if it's more just like they just want to protect you and hold you and keep you safe. And it could be a little of both. You know what I mean? Like in their mind, it feels like they want to just protect you and keep you safe, but for you it feels more limiting in some way. It feels more possessive, and you have to search your own soul to see what's good for you at the end of the day, right? But you got the I love you card. They love you and they want you to love them back. They don't just want you to love them, they want you to be theirs. They do, like, I keep hearing possession, and maybe it's because we got all of these pentacles too, but it is like that there is this possessiveness about them, like that they want to merge with you in a way. And in this deck, the Six of Pentacles is the card of synergy, which is a merging of energies. The beautiful thing about the Six of Pentacles, though, is it is about give and take and generosity. So, and because it is synergy in this deck, it is like, it feels equal. It feels like an equal give and take. And it's like, what's beautiful about that is that this person really feels like energetically you guys are equals, and that, you know, maybe they have more of the material stuff or financial stuff or whatever to provide for you, and maybe it's not even money necessarily, but it's like a very logical mind they have, a way of living in the world that could really contribute to your life. And you have a different kind of mind, you have a different kind of energy, you have a different vibe that really complements them too. And they really, really see this. And they really want to merge lives with you. It feels like they want to, marry you, be with you. Sorry, my mailman just came, and you might see my little doggy running around in the background. He had to keep us all safe because that's his job. So yeah, it feels like they really want to, I mean, this is a woman in a wedding gown. Like they want to just be with you. They want you to heal them. I just keep feeling this like healing and this retreat energy. Like they want to sweep you up, take you away into their home, into their life, and have you sort of heal them with your passionate, fiery energy that you have. They want to bring that gold, that expansive, sunny, abundant energy into their space. Now, because we got the card of envy, you could be with someone else. That is also my sense. A portion of this group, you might be in another relationship. This is not going to be for everyone. This is a general reading, but definitely some of you might be with someone else right now. You've met this new person and you're wondering, what's their end game? My sense is they want to take you away from that person and bring you into their home. Bring you into their life, into their heart. They want the I love yous from you. And if that doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. It's still the same thing, that they want to take you from whatever your experience in life is, which feels very different from theirs. That is the general sense that I'm definitely getting here with this reading, which is you guys are very different people in many ways. Again, it feels like they are more sort of practical and you are more sort of creative, let's say. And they want to synergistically merge your two energies together and have it be a really healing experience for both of you. And they want the real thing. This is not just about a passionate rendezvous. No, they want to really, it feels like they want to formally build a life with you. If you are already dating this person, it does feel like there's like an up-leveling that they want. Like they don't like this, that you guys are separate from each other at all. They want to bring you together, or if there's been a separation or something like that, there's a reason why you guys aren't completely together in some way. They want there to be real healing, and they want there to be a real union. A merging of lives. They want there to be a real commitment. They want success in the material, so in the physical. The Ace of Pentacles can sometimes be a marriage proposal. I mean, that's what this feels like to me. Like the end goal is marriage. There's no way around it. Like a very material thing. Their end goal is to merge lives, not just for the weekend, but for forever with you. They love you in a very real, grounded way. They love you, it feels like. Now, if their version of love is not what works for you in your life, and that's not what you're looking for, well, then only you can know that, right? But the question here in this reading is, what is their deepest desire? And their deepest desire is for there to be a union between you, a deep merging experience. In the physical and also in the spiritual, because this Healer of the Ages card, this is the Christ consciousness energy. This is a divine healing energy. That can bring opposites together. And, it's like I'm feeling very sort of twin flamey about this union, where it's like the sort of polar opposites come together to form a perfect union of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and how healing that can be on a very soul level. This is what I'm feeling like your person sees as a potential between you. You see these swans here. Swans mate for life. There is nothing superficial about this person in my estimation. We did get a card that is sort of superficial, this envy card, but it doesn't feel like that is, it feels so much deeper than that for me. This card really just feels to me in relation to this reading about looking out and seeing all of this that this person wants. You feel like the gold to this person to me. And it feels like they feel very gray in a way. And so if you have a sense of this person as being sort of dull, my sense is that when your energies merge, there will be a lot of life force energy that moves through them, and they may shift and change in beautiful ways. And again, and I just said this in the past reading, like, you never want to date someone for their potential, obviously, because people change or they don't change, but we don't have anything to do with it, and everyone has free will. So you don't want to date someone and be like, I hope they change someday. So if this is all you see in them, then it's not your right person. But if you're at this reading, my sense is that you see actually a lot in them as well. And believe me, they see a lot in you, and they want to make it formal. They want to make it real. If you guys have been in a relationship for a while, I would not be surprised if there was some sort of a proposal that's coming down your pike. Either a proposal to move in together, or to make it a committed relationship, or even for marriage. But there's something that's happening where they want to up-level this relationship in a very serious way. And they're hoping, their deepest desire, whether they express it to you right now or not, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of cards about expression here, right? But maybe because this person is sort of more, that's what I'm sensing. It's like the man of worlds, the king of pentacles. He's not the king of cups, He's not like overly expressive. He may not be super romantic. And you may be wondering, does this guy even really like me? Oh, he likes you all right. He actually loves you. It's maybe just not as easy for him to express himself as what you're accustomed to, or as easy as it is for you to express yourself, He may be less of a words guy and more of an action guy. So you want to look for ways that he expresses his love in maybe unfamiliar ways, And if you needed a confirmation about his real feelings for you, my sense is that this could be that for you, that he actually really does love you, and his desire is really to merge with you and to mate with you for life. And he may not be able to express that right away. But the man of pentacles, the king of pentacles, has the long game in mind. He is not frivolous. He is not the Knight of Wands. He's not coming in and out of your life. He is coming here to stay, and he's thought long and hard about it. By the time the King of Pentacles expresses to you that he loves you, he has already planned the whole entire life together. He's already worked out all the details about what could go wrong and what could go right and how he's going to do it if this man is a thinker. He's a planner. And he doesn't just throw words around frivolously. And in today's day and age, that means a lot, in my view. So I hope that brings you some clarity and some peace of mind. To know that even if he's not expressing himself, he really has this is the deck about love, and there's one card that says, I love you, and you got it. This man loves you, and he hopes that you love him back. And his deepest desire is for you guys to come together, to disconnect from the world, and to really come together, to heal, to love, to merge synergistically. He really knows, because he's thought long and hard of it, because he is the King of Pentacles. He knows that you both are very well suited for one another. You are a good match. This is what he thinks. So if you think so too, well, you're in luck. Seems like this is a great guy. And from what I see in the cards, it actually does seem like you guys are really well suited for each other. This is a beautiful, beautiful pair. I'm excited for you. So this was your reading, group 3. I hope that it brought you some insight and some clarity. I would love to hear what resonated for you in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. That would be amazing. And maybe even subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing pick a card readings every Sunday, so there might be others that resonate with you as well. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. I send you so much love and light. And until next time, be well. Hi, group 4. Welcome to your reading. Okay, we're going to be using a variety of different cards today. Some non-traditional tarot cards, some oracle cards, romance angels. We're going to look at each card one by one, and then we'll really see the story that wants to be told. So the first card that we got is the 7 of Crystals, or Dullness. And in traditional tarot, this is the 7 of Swords. Then we got the Sage of Worlds, and in this deck, it's the Master card. And in traditional tarot, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Then we got the Equanimity card, and it's the 2 of Crystals. In the traditional tarot deck, this is the 2 of Swords. Then we got the Sage of Wands, the Seer card. In traditional tarot, this is the Knight of Wands. So 2 knights. Interesting. Then we got the Deceit card in reverse. Again, I look at both the light and the shadow aspects of each of the cards and really see how they all sort of fit together. So in other words, I don't get stuck on whether a card is right side up or upside down, if that makes sense. Then we got the Door to Spirit card. It was also in reverse. Slippery one, that one, huh? Then we got the Romantic Feelings card. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then we got Spiritual Connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Huh. Okay, so right off the bat, we have the 7 of Swords and the Deceit card, which is pretty much the 7 of Swords in my view in this deck. So the 7 of Swords can tell us about deceit. Someone is lying to you. It can also be about self-deception, self-denial in some way, lying to yourself in some way, or like a lot of times it's like that lone wolf energy where you kind of do things and figure out things on your own and you don't tell the other person. So that's kind of what it's feeling like to me, like maybe your person doesn't know how you feel. Now, also, you have to remember this is a general reading, so you may be able to flip the energy. So when I'm talking about your person, which, by the way, I'm probably going to use he, but please just insert whatever pronoun is appropriate for your person. So he or she or they or whatever works for you. So there's some sort of a self-denial, a deceitful energy that's happening here. It doesn't feel like nefarious. It doesn't feel like somebody has like ill intent necessarily, but stuff is hidden. There's definitely stuff that's hidden here. So let's see if we can figure out what that is. Then we have the Sage of Worlds, and that is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the tarot. He is a guy that plans but doesn't move. He may move, but it's like at a snail's pace. You're like, come on, buddy, let's get going. So that might be part of what you're dealing with right now, why you find yourself at this reading, because this person really isn't moving toward you. Because then we got the 2 of Swords, and that energy too is like, is not going anywhere. equanimity in this deck. So it's like, balance and stillness, but I'm really being reminded of the traditional Two of Swords in a traditional tarot deck, and that is like, a woman sitting on a dock, essentially, with blindfolded, with her swords covering her underneath the light of the moon, and she's really like, it's a kind of a stalemate energy where she's not making a choice, she's not moving forward, and she's having to go internally in some way. So, there's a lot going on in the mind, because we have these Two Swords cards, which really is like thinking and mind. But what's interesting about the Two Swords cards that we got in this deck, the Seven of Swords is about dullness, right? So even in any self-deceit or external deceit, there is, you can't see what's going on, right? That's the whole point. So, and that also is this Two of Crystals. So it's like, whatever is going on in the mind is not being revealed right now. So it feels like this person wants to know what you're thinking, what's going on in your head. They can't tell what the heck is going on in your head. And there's a lot of cards of spiritual connection. So we have this card, the Door to Spirit, and we have this card, Spiritual Connection. And you see how there's like, I don't know if you can see this, but they're connected through their third eye and that path that's leading from one to the other. Do you see that? So it feels like there is a physical separation that's going on right now, but there is a deeper spiritual connection that is happening between you. So something is definitely cut off, and maybe that's communication. Maybe you guys are not communicating at all right now. And, but maybe there is some, on the spiritual plane or in other dimensions, or when you're meditating, or maybe even in your dreams, you guys are connecting. And my sense is that you have connected before. Like, this feels like a spiritual connection, a karmic connection. In other words, you guys have been together before this lifetime, and you come back around to teach each other something, something deeper. It's really inviting you. This relationship feels like it's inviting you to go deeper into your spiritual work in some way. So whatever that means to you, that may be meditation, that may be prayer, that may be reading spiritual texts, something that allows you to go deeper into your spiritual work and connect to yourself as a spiritual being. And that could be because you are not getting to experience or like sort of hash out whatever mental conflict is going on about this relationship. You're not able to sort of work it out right now because there's not a lot of conversations going on. You guys are not talking about things. There is this stalemate energy. There is this like, I'm not going to show you my cards. I'm hidden behind the scenes. I am not communicating with you right now. And even in this, the Knight of Wands, this seer card. Now, traditionally, the Knight of Wands is somebody who moves in and out. He's very passionate. He's very fast. In this deck, it's the seer. So wands can also be about spirit and connecting spiritually. So the seer feels like, again, there is this third eye contingent, right? It's like third eye. You have a lot of things mirrored here. We have the first card, the first two cards, which are all about not expressing what's going on, that there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors that we're not able to see, and it feels deceitful because, let's be honest, these are not positive cards. I mean, any way you slice it, even if it is self-deception, the experience externally for the other person kind of stinks because they don't know what the heck is going on. So whatever's going on between you right now feels stinky, probably. It's not feeling good for either one of you. And then we finish the reading, so it's like, bookend sort of, with this spiritual connection, with this seeing through your third eye. So whatever this is, this separation or this lack of expression, it is designed on a deeper level to invite you to go within and connect with this person, with your higher self first, on a spiritual level, and then to connect with them as well. That's what it feels like very strongly, that you're being asked to use your third eye instead of your voice. And I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense to you. So essentially it's like, your pineal gland is in the middle of your brain, and that is the access to the spirit realm. It's like you use your imagination, but almost deeper inside your brain to use your pineal gland. It's like that third sight, right? Or the sixth sense. It is the same thing that I am using to work through these cards, right? So to do this reading right now, it's that same space that you want to use to get insight into this person and this relationship, or to connect with this person and this relationship. Because I really feel strongly that that's what this is here to teach you in some way. I know that you wanted to know what their deepest desire is. On a soul level, it feels like this is a really deep spiritual connection. Whether or not it's manifesting that way in the material, I don't know. But I do see very clearly, you got a lot of cards of spirit here. You got a lot of cards of spirit. There is no denying that there is something going on with your third eye, with your psychic connection with this person. And I imagine you're both feeling it. If you're experiencing it, so are they. Because you see in this card, both the man and the woman are connecting through their pineal gland. And maybe that's why you've been shut out. Again, like it's designed, when we experience hardships in the external world, so when we have any trouble at all, like I keep hitting this, if we have conflicts outside, with people in our lives, if we have financial problems, even if we have health issues, physical suffering, pain, literal physical pain, it is designed on a spiritual level to make us go within. Because when we stop grasping in the external, we have nowhere else to go but within. That's when we have a lot of times like the dark night of the soul. Maybe you've heard that before, that phrase, which is essentially when all of your life falls apart and you are literally brought to your knees and you cannot see a way out. The only way out is in, is through, is internal, is to go within. So something is happening inside of this relationship where you are not able to see. What is this guy feeling? What is this guy sensing? What's going on in this relationship? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. And when I say the third eye, your sense of things, this is beyond your mind, right? This is beyond your thoughts, because your thoughts are very automatic in many ways. They're not even your own. It's like we identify with our thoughts. You think that your thoughts are telling you the truth about things, but they're really not. They're just kind of like recycling old thoughts. They're picking up energetically other people's thoughts. Like your thoughts are not you. You actually exist way beyond, above your thoughts. So, and I imagine you chose this pile because you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like I started to get nervous, like, oh, maybe this person that's watching this reading doesn't understand what I'm talking about. No, you know what I'm talking about because that's why you chose this group. So your higher self is telling you to go within and to trust yourself, to connect with your higher self and to learn to really trust yourself about this relationship. Because, yeah, we got the card of romantic feelings. Absolutely. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if there was any question about whether this person feels romantic about you, because they may not be showing you anything. They do have romantic feelings for you. Absolutely. And, normally I would say, well, express yourself. If you think they have romantic feelings and you don't know how they feel, well, then you go ahead and express yourself. But this reading is not saying that at all, actually. This reading is very much saying, no, go within to see. Go within to see. And open up this portal to the spiritual realm, because that's where this connection lies. Now, I don't know if it will manifest in the material realm. Yeah, there's romantic feelings. And I would imagine that this person's deepest desire that in their mind is to be with you. But if they are hiding their emotions and not revealing what they truly feel, I really encourage you to stop sort of giving your energy away to them. Stop trying to get something from them. Or I know that you're at this reading because you're wondering what their deepest desire is, right? So you are essentially giving them your energy every time you do that. And my sense is that your focus needs to come back to yourself. I'm really noticing the fall leaves and the wheel here in this card. And I'm hearing like the cycles. This is a cycle, and that you will cycle out of this experience with this person. But right now, the season that you're in with this person is for you to pause and go within and to take your attention and your focus back to yourself. And to know that the cycle will change again. There will be a new season. Things will come out. It's like, when the snow comes and everything is frosted over and we can't see all the grass and we can't see all the flowers and all the leaves are gone and everything looks so scary, and oh my God, we could go out there and start shoveling snow and try to figure things out and move things around, and I need to plant something, and where did all the green go, right? But it's futile because we cannot change the weather. We cannot change the snow. This feels like a very strong message for you. You cannot change this person. You cannot change this experience. This is the way it's supposed to be right now. You have to wait for the snow to melt. You have to wait for the spring to come. You have to wait for things to start growing again, for things to change. But now is not the time to go in there and try to break things up. Now is the time to go internally. And the truth is, we are all quarantined. I don't know what time you're watching this video, but when I'm recording this right now, we are all quarantined across the globe. We're all stuck inside. And so we're all asked to go within, figuratively and literally. So that's what it seems like right now, that there's not a lot of action going on between the two of you. And that's exactly the way that it's supposed to be. It's perfect that way. Now is not the time to focus on this person. I mean, honestly, that's what it feels like. I know you probably don't want to hear that, and it's a bummer to say, but that's what I'm getting. Like, now is just really not the time to focus on this person. This is a cycle that you are supposed to be apart for whatever reason, and you're supposed to do your own sort of work and go within and, search your own soul. Yeah, there are romantic feelings there, absolutely. And you do have a spiritual connection, which means that divine timing is at work in your love life. And you don't have to worry about how things look right now, because if it's divinely ordered that you are supposed to be together, you will be together in the right time, in the right way. But right now, things are not on the table. And there is not a whole lot of stuff that you can work with. You know what I mean? And I know you know what I mean. So instead of continuing to chip away at the ice, pull your attention away from there. Stop shoveling snow and go back inside. Put your sweatpants on. Take off your makeup. make yourself a cup of tea, read a book, and go within. And trust and know that the season will change. The cycle of life will continue to run, will continue to roll, and there will be a new season. And then you can sort of reevaluate what you have to work with. But right now, you don't really have much to work with this person. And it seems like it feels like it's for both of you, which is interesting because you are asking how they feel. But my sense is that you are hiding as well. Like you're both really hiding from one another. So instead of trying to push your way through that, maybe this is a time for self-mastery for you. Maybe this is a time for you to really focus on a craft or something. Like I really see this woman who is making a basket. She's basket weaving essentially. So I don't know, maybe you have some sort of an arts and crafts project that's been sitting around, like knitting or making something with your hands. Like it feels like that's what you should be focusing on right now. I know that's not what you're asking, and I'm sorry. But it feels like that's what the cards want me to tell you, which is that now is not the time to be focusing on anyone else. Now is the time to be focusing on yourself, to be working on creative projects, to be going within, maybe to be practicing more meditation and prayer, connecting with your higher self, and trusting and knowing that your soulmate, that your true divine counterpart is not going anywhere. And in the right season, in the right time, in the right way, you guys will be together. I don't know if it's this person. I know that you do have a spiritual connection with this person, but it doesn't seem clear as to, whether or not you guys will end up together. But it is designed to teach you something. It is designed to teach you to go within. So whatever is happening right now, I suggest that you take a look at it closely and ask yourself, why have you been trying to chip away at the ice? Like, why are you beating your head against the wall kind of thing? That's my sense. It's like, that's a guidance that I feel that needs to be heard, which is like, why are you why are you continuing to give your energy to something that's not giving you anything back? Maybe that's where you should start to look and start to ask yourself those kinds of questions, and maybe deeper things will be revealed. That could take you on an entirely different internal journey, of self-discovery. Maybe there are passions that you need to discover right now before you end up with this person or someone else. That's what it seems like. Like spirit is calling you to go within because there's something else that wants to emerge in your life. There's something else that wants to grow in your life first. Maybe the minute that you take that project on, maybe the minute you take down that knitting project and you start working on it, all of a sudden the phone will ring because it's about shifting your energy. That's what this reading is telling me. Like, you need to focus on shifting your own energy and raising your own vibration, because right now is not the time to cultivate love. There's some other lesson. There's something else that's waiting for you first, if that makes sense. And I do believe that the reason you're having trouble with this person is because your soul wants you to go within, wants you to go on a journey within. I actually just created a really powerful meditation that I'm giving away for free called Inward Journey. And it's a 30-minute meditation. It's really beautiful. It takes you literally on a journey to your higher self where you can get a download. And you can find it at canyanoracle.com/YT. It's in the description box below, but I'm just telling you about it because it feels like that's what Spirit wants you to do right now, is start to go on journeys within yourself. Even in this card, Spiritual Connection, it's like, yeah, there's a man and a woman here, absolutely, but they're far apart. And there's a long journey. You see this long, windy road? That's what it feels like to me. Like you have a long journey that your soul wants you to go on by yourself right now. And if this is your person, they want the same thing for you. So my sense is that your person's deepest desire is for you to go within, is to pray, is to meditate, is to go on a journey to your spirit, to open the door to your spirit and get to know yourself. Really get to know yourself. And when the time is right, when the seasons have changed, when the cycle of life turns again, you will be that much more ready for love to come into your life. You will be that much more ready even maybe for this person, you know? Because they do have romantic feelings for you. Absolutely they do. But now is not the time. Doesn't feel like now is the time. Now is the time for you to go on a journey within, a journey into your own spirit. Absolutely, that's what it feels like very strongly for you. So I hope that this brought you some clarity and some insight. This was your reading group 4. I would love to hear what resonated for you in the comment section below, and maybe a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing pick a card readings every Sunday, so maybe some other ones might inspire you or resonate with you. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. I send you so much love and light. And until next time, be well.